This Parsha, more than most, illustrates the importance of ritual and ceremonial commemoration of both happy moments and sad in the midst of life. At the beginning of the Parsha, Sarah, Abraham's wife, dies. Abraham immediately sets out to bury her and mourn her. Then quite quickly, the Parsha seems to change course, and Abraham is doing what he can to find a suitable wife for his son Isaac. At the very end of that episode, we see that Isaac takes his new wife, Rivkah, and he was comforted for his mother, Sarah. So all along, Abraham is trying to deal with the grief he is feeling and that his son Isaac is feeling. Immediately following this episode, we read of Abraham taking Keturah as a wife and of the family he has with her. And finally, we read of the death of Abraham, following which not only Isaac is present to bury him, but so is Ishmael, the son who was earlier banished from the camp. There is a lot going on as this family deals with the joys and sorrows of family life. This coming week, many of our families will be marking a major annual happening that is specific to America and has a great deal of meaning and staying power for a lot of American families. America will be celebrating Thanksgiving, a holiday which of all American holidays is still one of those that retains much of its meaning. Indeed, I would suggest that Thanksgiving remains perhaps the most sacred of all American secular holidays. People want to be with their families, to the point that there was successful pushback to stores opening up and tearing employees away from the families on Thanksgiving Day. This does not happen with most American holidays anymore. It is a day that sticks with American expatriates overseas as well. I remember being in Israel years ago on Thanksgiving while in a program where our meals were prepared in a cafeteria. I remember some of the other participants working very hard, trying to explain to the Israeli cooks the ins and outs of this Chag Amerikai, where there just had to be turkey, sweet potatoes, stuffing, and cranberries, not all of which is easy to find in Israel even to this day, especially cranberries. Of course, this year Thanksgiving is tinged with sadness for many Americans with any connection to Israel, and for any of us who keep in mind what is going on in Israel. This is the second Thanksgiving of war, where we are celebrating what we have to be thankful for, while hostages are still being held in tunnels of Gaza, and so many are being deprived of life's basic necessities. Following after Simchat Torah, this is the first of our annual holidays that we will be experiencing in a second year of war. It is as if Thanksgiving were the charoset at the Passover Seder, and it will be dipped into the bitter herbs of war. It tempers our joy. And there is yet another holiday on our calendar immediately following Thanksgiving. Sigid. Talked about Sigid? Sigid is an Ethiopian Jewish holiday that has now become an official holiday of the State of Israel. And from what I read, leaders of the Ethiopian Jewish community want other Jews to adopt the holiday as an expression of inclusion of the Ethiopian Jewish heritage into the life of the rest of the Jewish people. The holiday falls on the 29th of Cheshvan, 50 days after Yom Kippur, although in recent years the entire month of Cheshvan has become a time for marking the holiday. And that kind of completes the year, because Cheshvan is the only month in the year that has no holiday. But now that's not true. Now we have Sigid. It's no longer Mar Cheshvan, bitter Cheshvan. This year, Sigid is November 30th, on Thanksgiving weekend. According to the website of Hillel International, because I would say, how do I describe the holiday? Ethiopian Jews, known as Beta Yisrael, traditionally begins Sigid in the evening with prayers and preparation of special food to be eaten after the fast. In the morning, it is traditional to bathe in a river before climbing the highest mountain around them, dressed up in traditional white clothing. Some carry stones on their heads to signify the sins for which they are repenting. Once at the top of the mountain, the stones are placed where the Kesim are the spiritual leaders, where the Kesim stand during the ceremonial prayers and readings. Kesim carry beautiful, colorful umbrellas meant to create shade for the community. Once on top of the mountain, scriptures are read aloud, and their scriptures are the 5 books of Moses plus Joshua, Judges, and Ruth. So there's readings they have. The community spends the day asking for forgiveness, much the same way as on Yom Kippur, and redemption to return to Jerusalem after being in exile for thousands of years and expressing their love of Torah and God. Traditionally, members of the Beta Israel community fast on Sigid. The fast ends midday with a feast then following with lots of dancing and traditional Ethiopian foods. A major celebration each year now takes place in Jerusalem itself, in a pavilion on a mountain overlooking the city. But it sounds like for the rest of us, it is an opportunity to combine meaningful Jewish celebration with hiking up a mountain. So this could be something that is quite adaptable to our area, since you go to the highest mountain around you. So for now, happy Thanksgiving, happy Sigid, and Shabbat Shalom.